3, 2, 1.
Richards Bay won 5-4 on penalties. Plenty of Buccaneers support in the stadium where they have won the fair number of trophies as well in the past few seasons. They are the kings, undoubtedly, of South African football. However, Richards Bay have been in the semi-finals 3 years in a row in this competition. And this year, they're hoping to go one better. The last 2 editions, they've lost both times to the eventual winners of the tournament, losing to Stellies in the semi-finals in 2023 and losing to Magesi FC last year. But it's a beautiful day, the field half in sun, half in shadow, and we look forward to a bumper match here to set the scene, to see, will we have an all KZN final, will we have no KZN sides in the final, or will we have a mixture? That's how Ronnie Gabriel and Papi Zotwane have named their side for today. Only 2 survivors from that team that beat Pirates 2 years ago. They both at centre-back, Mabua and the captain, Tineka. Those are the only 2 that survive from that match, although Mbutuma, who played for Richards Bay on that occasion, is now on the opposite team. Big day for those 2 gentlemen, and Ronnie Gabriel in particular. The field is in good condition, and the sun, as I say, shining brightly. On which of these sides will it shine come 90 minutes, maybe even 120 minutes, maybe 120 minutes plus penalties? Lots and lots of Pirate support here, young and old. They're hoping that the Buccaneers can do something. They've been so dominant in all the other cup competitions. This competition has eluded them. Only 1 win. That was way back in 2011. And they've twice been to the final since. To take you through the Pirates team, my colleague and good friend, Mtutuzeli Scott. Scotty, big occasion today.
Asibulele kuMichael unyanisile ngaphandle komathandabuzo kumdlalo wesibhozo ngoku number 8 sold out apha Orlando Pirates idlala khona ukhumbule kwamdlalo oqala kwesizini Orlando Pirates kwi-top 8 yaphumelela apho kwakuthengiswa wonke amatikiti namhlanje umdlalo wabo wesibhozo apho bakhoyo kuthengiswa amatikiti imozulu inhle ngeyona ndlela baphumile abalandeli bamaqela onke yiyo loo nto ikubonisayo ke loyo wena ungumbukeli we-SABC ukuba ungakwazi ukuchonga iqela lakho le-curling nokuba iqela lakho selaphuma lakhiqwa kolukhuphiswano kodwa usethamsanqeni lokuba uchonge iqela lakho olufunayo Sompempe wababiza Olani Kwinde wathi madoda makutoswe Amcineka yanguye othi ndiyakhetha mna ukhumbule ubhodlelo wayesakudlalela iGolden Arrows ayibethe ngolwesithathu tshintsho kubadlali abane uSomvile uVie Sitsho kwiqela Orlando Pirates eliphumelele ngolwesithathu namhlanje iRichards Bay ingabe izophinde ixobule izilonda zamaxolo izixolo zezilonda
Kwinda, he is the man who has the big game today. And it's a chance to see which of these 2 sides will be making it through to the final. The Buccaneers kick off playing in their black and white kit. From right to left as you look at things, Richards Bay in the blue colours. They've moved their match from their home stadium to Moses Mabhida, which is more a home game for Pirates than it is for them. And of course, they've been travelling of late. Pirates played here in midweek. So they've stayed in KwaZulu-Natal for this match after their 3-1 win against Abafana Bestende, whom, who knows, they might be meeting in the final in a few weeks' time, of course, on the 6th of December when the final is named. That man, Moremi, has been in excellent form. He scored 7 goals already this season in all competitions, signed from a KZN club, of course, from Amazulu at the start of the season. And number 22 here, Mabuya. One of the terrible twins. I can tell you that Mabua is not starting in the left-back position today. He's starting at centre-back alongside Mkhineka. And those 2, the only 2 survivors from that side that won on penalties against the Buccaneers 2 years ago. Only 1 survivor in the Pirates side, and that's their captain, Nkosinati Sibisi. He played in that Pirates team that lost on penalties 2 years ago. So only 3 players out of the 22 that start today played in that match. A lot of them on the bench, though. Pirates had Maswanganyi, Makhopa and Hoto in their starting lineup on that occasion. All 3 on the bench today. Seeing a fair bit of the ball, and Richards Bay have started confidently as Mango tries to take them forward. They won't be too afraid of this. They've come up against some big teams in the past, and this competition they've done particularly well in, but yet to reach a domestic final. And of course, two former Richards Bay players in the starting lineup today, both of whom scored in midweek for the Buccaneers against Golden Arrows. So that was a big occasion for them. And Ndaba, of course, at left back, and Mbutuma scored twice, two beautiful goals, and he's been rewarded by being included in the starting lineup by Coach Wadu, who's also brought back Dino van Rooyen today after a lot of injury problems. So van Rooyen at right back, and so many key players on the bench. That Pirates bench is so strong today, so a lot of impact players could come on as the game continues. But now they'll work it through the channels. Moremi doing well, and then dispossessed in the nick of time, but Richards Bay conceding possession high up the park, and they need to be careful about that. Now eventually they can bring it clear with this man Mtungwa, who's keeping Mabua out of his regular position. Mtungwa's been pretty much irregular in the past few matches, playing at that left back, but he does have license to move forward as well. Mabua spreads the play to Mabuya, 25-year-old from the Remember Elite Sports Academy, looking to play it forward. And nice to see Mbokazi back. The coach has been resting him a bit. He's played so many matches this season for both Bafana Bafana and Pirates. And Coach Wadu did say ahead of this game that he wants the youngster to just get a little bit of a break. So he didn't play against Arrows in midweek, but he's back in the starting lineup today. Mabua looking to try and find one of his front men, Knox Mutizwa, who of course played plenty of seasons, 8 seasons in total at Golden Arrows. And Pirates trying to find Ndaba, who will have license to push upfield. The man signed from Richards Bay in the off-season. Pirates have made many signings ahead of this season. This is match number 21 for them. Richards Bay playing in match number 16 in all competitions. So Pirates have had 5 more matches than Richards Bay have had this season. And that's why the coach is grateful to have a big squad, because it gives him the luxury of being able to rotate players. Pirates starting to pull some strings. Mbata spreading the play nicely here to Ndaba. Plays it forward. This is good. Moremi goes on the overlap, playing the ball back into the center, cleared by the captain, Khineka. And Richards Bay struggling to get this ball clear. Pirates on the up and up and fighting for the ball. Ndaba again pushing up into the area, so too Mbutuma. And Richards Bay now eventually can get their foot on the ball. Mango trying to make it stick. Runs into traffic in Mbata in the midfield. But now eventually Richards Bay with a chance to attack. That's a nice ball up the channel, looking for Knox Mutizwa. And finding him. Dino van Rooyen working hard, and he does beautifully in defense to play the ball back to his goalkeeper. Dino van Rooyen, who of course played in that final of the Carling knockout in 2023 in that victorious Stelly side that won against TX Galaxy. So he won't be intimidated today by the atmosphere. He's used to playing in finals. And that was Stelly's first trophy, and then he made the move to Pirates. This is good play from the Buccaneers, starting to work some magic and good legs in the midfield. The pass to Ndaba, though, just slightly underweighted. And Richards Bay are going to be tested defensively. That's a bad error. Ndaba trying to play it forward, can't pick out a teammate. And in the end, he only finds Zulu in the midfield. But Pirates maintain the pressure. Their press is very high today. And Bay forced to put it behind for a corner. Well, Coach Wadu, the Moroccan, former Moroccan international, played 92 matches, scored 3 goals at centre-back and defensive mid for his country. Do you see Richards Bay here really struggling to get the ball out of their own half, and the pressure being put on Zikale, and he puts it behind for a corner. Played short by Apollos. Now looking to work his magic. He's created some space to the byline, and the header behind. Oh, that was dangerous. But Ashwin Apollos has been in outstanding form for both club and country. Does so well here, so easily gets past the defender. And then Knox Mutizwa finds himself having to put it behind for a corner. It's been a great start here for the Buccaneers. This time Apollos goes into the area, looking for the free header. And Apollos, I think, will just let it go behind because he knows it's going to be another corner. Knox Mutizwa, he's doing more defending than attacking in the early stages of this match. Mutizwa, one of the leading goal scorers in this competition. He's got 3 already, together with the Durban City man Kaba, who scored 3 in one game. Now, chance at the back post. Can they pull it back? In the end, it's a goal kick, and Richards Bay just about defend that. The Pirates are asking lots and lots of questions, and even the captain, CBC, finding himself in the area. I think Coach Wadu will be happy with the start. Ball just knocked on there. And eventually a bit of pinball. Now at the other end, Pirates needing to defend. And Mbokazi has been outstanding, still just 20 years of age. A man from this province, from Hluhluwe in KwaZulu-Natal. And now Nemtajela. You heard Hlompo and Shuffle talking about the impact that Nemtajela has had since he's moved from Marumo Gallants, and he's been a pivot in this midfield. That's good defending by the captain, Tineka. I think Ian Otieno might well be very, very busy in goal today, given what we've seen at the start of this match. Richards Bay starting to knock it about at the back a little bit more, having to absorb quite a lot of pressure. Dino van Rooyen thought about the pass to the goalkeeper, decides to turn, wins the free kick from Orlani Quinda. So there he is, Dino van Rooyen, 28 years of age now. As I say, played in that final in 2023. Stellies won it that year. Magesi won it last year. Who's going to win it this year? Golden Arrows haven't been in a final since 2009, since they'd Ajax 6-0 in that memorable final. Pirates haven't had it all their own way in this competition. Richards Bay have never been in a domestic final. Marumo Gallants have been in 1 or 2 finals of late, taking 2 players with him and then doing excellently to play the ball into the centre, but nobody there for him. And now Bay can attack again through Mtungwa. Easily dispossessed. Talented Bata doing some good work in midfield, and that should be a free kick. Referee plays a good advantage. Now Moremi with a chance to work it wide. Ndaba, little chip into the area, looking for his teammate, not finding him. It's a pulsating game. It's being played at good pace here early on, and both teams trying to move the ball very quickly. Mabuya up the touchline, well cut out by Nemtajela, but he can't find a teammate. And now there's a chance for the attack here with Sikali, spreading the play wide. Mtungwa playing it forward, knocks Mutiswa, turning past his man. Sibisi goes with him. Really good start to this match from both sides. They're both giving it a good go here. Bokazi with a defensive header. And now Pirates have it back. Well, whoever loses this match is going to be beaten black and blue, because the sides today playing in black and blue. And here they come now, Dino van Rooyen pushing upfield. Just slowing things down a little bit, looking for options. Nemtajela in the midfield and Bata just behind him. Nice play from the Buccaneers. And Richards Bay marking space and eventually forced to put it behind with Mabuya. Only 2 Richards Bay players have ever scored against Pirates in 8 meetings previously, and neither of them is playing today for Richards Bay. Sanele Barnes, who of course has made the move to Stellies, and Mbutuma, who's playing for Pirates today. So no Richards Bay player currently on the field has scored against Pirates. There's an interesting stat for you. This is a free kick. Mabuya earning a free kick in his own half. Nemtajela with a foul. 10 minutes played. This is pulsating stuff. It's a really good start to the semi-final. Both sides giving it their all, but 0-0 after 10 minutes, Scotty.
After 10 minutes, Michael, 10,000 is gone. Akhumbule khona ukhuphiswano luthi faka igoli uzakubona. Faka igoli uzakubona. Imizuzu elishumi seyihambile ngoku. Kodwa abantu siyazi babasaxakekile befaka besithi kubani ozawufaka inqaku lokuqala ngexesha elithile. Ufumane elo waka lakho lamawaka kanti neqela lakho ngokunjalo. Uqale nokhuphiswano le man of the match yanamhlanje eza kuthi phumelele iwaka ikhulu lamawaka erandi 100,000 kanti neqela elo Orlando Pirates kolukhuphiswano lo calling knockout lalona unyaka kumdlalo wabo wokuqala bewudlalela ngaphandle. Yonke eminye imidlalo eCalling knockout Orlando Pirates bisoloko idlalela ekhaya. Namhlanje ke kuthiwa ikhona amadoda isemi-final ngumlenze wokuqala, isemi-final yokuqala Gxebe. Ninyanzelekile ba nitshone eMoses Mabhida Stadium nalapho amatikiti thengwa phelwa khona. Sipho Mbule bemthatha bembeka phansi. Akhumbule ke besachilo abahlalutyi bathi kuza kufleka ngoku ashiye ngasemva utalente Mbatha uzawufaka isitshixo kuyo yonke into ngako nangoku ethatha lo bhola ibuyisela ngasemva talente Mbatha ndoda ezakufuneka itshixo ifake izitshixo zonke phaa kwesasisu Sompempe osathetha namadodana lindo kuhle ezikhali uSompempe uthetha naye uthi uyakhumbula uba ndiye ndanika i-Orlando Pirates i-advantage ngenxa yomkhonyovu buwenziwe nguwe ngoko ke ungabi sawuphinda mntanam thatha lo bhola Richards Bay beyibuyisela ngasemva uzawusebenza unozinto wabo Otieno namhlanje phakamile iflag banje offside Richards Bay bangxamile umthetho ndoda epholayo kwabaqeqeshi uPapi Zothwana talente Mbatha ehlaba la bhola phambi kwakhe kwapolice short passes Orlando Pirates Mbule sikwa kahle la bhola dibana noNjaba zokuncedisa uNdaba ngasemva Muremi fana seval thatha lo bhola ibuyisela ngasemva nemthatshela short passes Orlando Pirates yabaphuncuka lo bhola xa ingena kanye ku D-line Muremi khutshwa lo bhola Orlando Pirates Richards Bay ayibethe Orlando Pirates yayikhipha goalkeeper iPirates induku zayo yazibuyisa kwi-MTN 8 nansi ibhola ehle ngoke-Richards Bay kodwa wafika uNdaba wenza neNdaba wayithatha lo bhola watyhandodo wathatha ibhola yabuyisa Orlando Pirates yabuyisa kwi-semi-final yathi nasibetha kwi-curling knockout ngoku i-MTN 8 yakhipha Richards Bay Van Rooyen amadoda anikwa ithuba adlalela ukuzaphula umlenze kuba bayiqonda ba injongo inye bajonge kwiqela leBafana Bafana kwitumente ezabe ibanjwa ngoDisemba yacengwa kwakhona la bhola iOrlando Pirates kwafuneka ihlehle ngoku Richards Bay yokuvala ngasemva Mbokazi Muremi Ndaba thatha ibuyisela phezu kosenta le bhola benza kakuhle abafana bayi-Richards Bay abadefendi too deep kodwa balapha ebusweni be-Orlando Pirates bathi sakuhlala apha ebusweni benu ezo short passes baziphazamisa handball bethe ke esandleni la bhola kunemthatshela uSompempe wayibona loo nto ndoda ibisabaleka kwimarumo Gallants eza nomqeqeshi wayo kwi-Orlando Pirates buyiselwe ngasemva le bhola Sipho Chain tuzama uyitrepa la bhola kodwa akakwazi ukufika phezu kwayo short passes Orlando Pirates ikhawuleze iyazibona Richards Bay khawuleza iziqhawule iziphazamise za short passes zabo naleni bhola kwafuneka iOrlando Pirates iyoyiqala ngasemva talente Mbatha through pass enhle katalente Mbatha Police short pass kaPolice wayisika uSipho Mbule la bhola yabetheke esifubeni ibhola kayanela Mbuthuma yabetheke esifubeni sikanozinti Otieno uSipho Mbule wasika enye ipasi enhle nje ipasi esikwe ngolosithathu kumufukenge xa Orlando Pirates bidlala neGolden Arrows ngaku lokugqibela lesithathu ayisikela uMbuthuma Dino Van Rooyen defense ibuhlungu yeRichards Bay bakhawuleza babuye bonke semva kwebhola. Ndaba bhola ehle kaNdaba wayicenga umbule njengesiqhele wayicenga umbule njengesiqhele wasihlaba ibhola enhle umbule uphansi ofika umbutho uma phansi kwala bhola. Unozinti wathatha ixesha lakhe waqala umpheki wapheka into zakhe. Thethwano kumadodana ayo eRichards Bay belungekho kakuhle. Utsepho Mabua phansi wabaphaqa kabuhlungu uyanela Mbuthuma. Richards Bay yathi isithukuthuku sanje siphelele eboyeni yabuya nayo le ibhola. Akhumbule uba ngabo uzokhetha iman of the match yakho ngemizuzu engama-80 kuyavala. Nansi ibhola enhle kodwa iya kuSipho Chain ofika wayibamba la bhola. Lwandile Mabuya ebifakwa nguye la bhola ifuna uNox Mutitswa. Nox Mutitswa ankhumbuli efaka inqaku kwi-Orlando Pirates nditsho nangoku wayidlalela iGolden Arrows. Andimkhumbuli ebethi inqaku kwi-Orlando Pirates mhlawumbi labakhona. Talent Mbatha besatsho sithi man of the match. Phakanyiswa le ibhola i-Orlando Pirates kuba nokhoyo Dino van Rooyen ukude kwiposition yakhe. Akuyicenga la bhola ithatha ifaka kuSipho Mbule. Yavala Mbobozone ngoku eRichards Bay Orlando Pirates bathi bephakamisa la bhola bezama uyilopha kodwa ibabonile short passes Orlando Pirates asifumana ubhobhoza kola donga lokugqibela. Phela imisuzu engama-20 liqanda ku-Orlando Pirates liqanda kwi-Richards Bay.
Just had a chat to the bank manager, Scotty, and 20,000 is gone now. As it's a game with plenty of chances, but no goals as yet. And that man, Mbuthuma, scored 2 goals in midweek. He's already got 5 this season in all competitions. And he's looking to make an impression here. It's been a really pulsating start to this game. Richards Bay have offered plenty going forward as well on the odd breakaways, but Pirates' one-touch football is just electrifying. And I'm going to throw something to our panelists at half-time. I'd love to get their thoughts. The soccer brains of Jabu Pule and Hlompo Kekana, just to hear what they have to say. And so Shuffle and Hlompo, here's one for you. I'm very impressed with Coach Wadu's tactics to play Mbata deep, just in front of the back four, because he's being able to control the play and play some wonderful passes. He's got Nemtajela and MasterChef just in front of him, but he's sitting deep, which means that the press from Richards Bay is not really getting to him, and he's been able to dictate play from that position just in front of the back four, and I'm very impressed with that because he looks tailor-made for that position. And it's something I'd love you to pick up on at half-time in your discussion with V, because that's something that clearly is helping Pirates to start attacks from deep inside their own half. And his passing has been pinpoint precision. Here's Mbokazi. And now Sipho Chain, that's a disappointing clearance. And now Richards Bay might be able to get something. Mango, former AmaZulu man, he's actually played for Pirates as well early on in his career. Here he goes again, Mango, trying to create an opportunity. Foul by Mbokazi. No cards from the referee. But the Malawian rolling around and milking the moment. Very, very experienced is Gabadina Mango. Just felt a bit of contact, went to ground. Yeah, under the challenge. Well, he goes in, does Mbokazi. He doesn't make contact with his ankle, so he's lucky. And the referee deciding that's not worthy of a booking, but it is a free kick in a central position. The Malawian, former Celtic, Arrows, Wits, Pirates, AmaZulu man, signed on a free from Marumo Gallants. And he will stand over the ball. Sipho Chain hasn't had too much to do so far today. What he's had to do is done okay. But he might be in the firing line here. So Sipho Chain just making sure his angles are sorted. And yeah, little chip from Mango, that's brilliant! Oh, it was brilliantly inspirational. Now what's happened? I think the flag was up for offside. They don't like the decision. Excellent from Mango, great vision. Trying to play Nox Mutizwa. We'll have to see that from an angle. The referee's going to take his name for protesting the decision. So Mutizwa goes into the book early on. But what vision from Gabadinho Mango. Almost unlocking the defense. Just have a look at this again. Well, it's very tight. I think he's marginally offside, but it's unlucky. Yellow card for the Zimbabwean. Just a reminder to you that man of the match voting is free. You can pick your man of the match up until about the 75th minute of this game. So send your votes, and if you get it right, who knows? Could be some money going your way as well. Here's Dino van Rooyen in a competition which is catering for the fans. This is match number 13 already in this competition. And that'll be a free kick to Richards Bay. The referee, I must say, has his hands full, but what great vision. It was outstandingly seen by Gabadinho Mango. He realized that Pirates would not have been expecting it, and a little chip over the top. And Nox Mutizwa just adjudged by the linesman on the near side, the assistant referee, Mr. Mokwena, to be in an offside position. Nemtajela taking no nonsense from his opponent there and conceding free kicks. Pirates just getting a little bit sloppy now at the moment, with conceding some set pieces. Reminder, you can also vote for your All-Stars team. You can vote for all 11 players. You don't just vote for one, you vote for all 11. You vote for the entire starting lineup. And that match, the All-Stars game on the 13th. Free kick now to Richards Bay. Plenty of incidents in this game. Oswin Apollos has been scoring goals for fun. Already has 3 this season and 4 assists for Pirates. He scored for the national team as well. Mbutuma's got 5 goals. Moremi's got 7 goals. Pirates' front 3 today are full of goals in all competitions. They've had 12 different scorers in the different competitions. Richards Bay have had 8. And their 2 strikers, Mango and Mutizwa, have both scored 4. So the strikers are in good form in both teams in all competitions this season. Here's Mabua. Playing it long, not getting it past Van Rooyen. Now options here in the midfield. Nice work from Nemtajela. Free kick already awarded for the earlier incident, and Richards Bay wanted to take it quickly with the ball moving. Referee's not going to let them do that. Well, still 0-0. Surprised it's 0-0 because it's been a lot of inventiveness from both sides. Some really good football. Pirates has one-touch passing and some interlinking play. And Mbata's been excellent for me. Also down the left-hand side. And Daba linking well with Moremi. Dino van Rooyen's got forward. Nox Mutizwa's had a few chances. Also Gabadinho Mango. Now there's a possibility here for the Malawian. He goes to the byline. Good defending. And the referee says goal kick. CBC. Well, Mango is absolutely furious with the referee. He feels every decision is going against him. Let's just have a look at this again. Who did this come off? Mango playing for the corner. And the decision is adjudged to have come from Sabisi off the Malawian and behind. So, judge it for yourself. Pirates in possession. Nil-nil so far. These sides, when they last met in this competition 2 years ago, they went 120 minutes. It was 0-0. And then the penalties took place. And Mbutuma was one of the scorers for Richards Bay in that penalty shootout. He's one of the men who found the net as Richards Bay scored all their penalties. Evidence Makgopa missed the very first penalty, and that was the only one that was missed. Now Zikali in a bit of trouble. Looks to be favoring that ankle. See if we can pick what the issue is. Just got a kick. But he'll run it off. Playing in a semi-final is more important than worrying about a minor niggle. It's good play. Dino van Rooyen. Apollos. Two men who between them use up an entire bottle of peroxide. And the decision is a goal kick. That's a Pirates attack that comes to nothing. Master Chef, he's had some good touches already. Man signed on a free from Sundowns at the start of the season. Pirates have signed some very, very big name players. And Sipho Mbule has been crucial, especially with his fellow midfielder Nduli out of action for the time being. Here come Richards Bay again. The Natal Rich boys could be a little bit richer if they can go all the way to the final and maybe even beyond. Tikazi. Oh, was he brought down? No, says the referee. Nemtajela with a challenge. And he's left Tikazi on the ground. I think the referee's going to have to stop play here. So referee Olani Kwinda going to check on Tikazi. He does really well here to get past his man, and then just that tackle from Nemtajela. You can see he goes in on him from behind. Should have been a free kick potentially to Richards Bay, not given. And a yellow card now for Mango. So both strikers have spoken themselves into the book. And the referee's taking no nonsense. So Mutiswa and Mango both in the book of referee Kwinda. And that's for protesting. Both of them, in fact, getting yellow cards for protesting. So they need to be careful. Tikazi's still on the ground. Half an hour played. 0-0.
Ilonto mfumayekela sitsho sithi nil mphulaphuli wena mbukeli osekhaya into leyo ekunika ithuba lekuba faka igoli uzobona inqaku alikafakwa ke ukhuphisano alikavalwa sikumzuzu wamashumi mathathu ngoku into ethetha ukuba 30,000 semkile lethuba lakho ke elo ufaka igoli uzobona uthi liqela lami elithile lizofaka igoli kuqala ngexesha elithile ikhulu lamawaka erandi lelakho kanti neqela lakho uke wakhala ushafula wathi abantu bayithanda ibhola ekhatywayo yoMzantsi Afrika ibuyile ngokuyabona nje indlela ebhiyozwa ngayo indlela equlwa ngayo Junior Chairman ehlelpa Dode Orlando Pirates Ancanya wakhutshwa ngaphandle Mfundo Tikas uyabona manje uyaziva unzakele kwa ezazandla zigqume ubuso bakhe enoba zinyembezi phansi kwazo Nemtajela umnyathele kabuhlungu kanye abaphezulu kokucikicane Sompembe akakhuphanga yellow card amakhadi amthubi mabini kuRichards Bay istrikers zabo zozibini uGabadinho ingathi udlala ngenhliziyo kuzofuneka athoba umoya engathi udlala ngomsindo kuzofuneka athoba umoya uhamba phezulu kwamalahle ke ngoku Tsengwa lo bhola iOrlando Pirates man of the match yakho nayo ungayilibala be the champions coach ungalibali sifuna iqela lakho 11 yonke nali ibhola lePirates kaphakathi boxini kodwa yafika ipholile ngasemva adonga lokugqibela leRichards Bay bayichitha lonto mhlawumbe ungazibona sowukhokela iqela leCarling Cup wakhamaxhaga ungena nalo ebaleni usithi ngimi umqeqeshi apha silifuna lonke ke loqela amadoda oli11 nokuba iqela lakho selakhutshwa kulukhuphiswano man of the match kumzuzu wamashumi asibhozo iyavalwa Sipho Mbule ulonto ibhola ngasemva ngoku eqalile uphaka izitya ngoku ichef ngokwayo nankundaba hlatsha shot pass enhle Orlando Pirates yafika thatha bangenela eboxini yazama isango lifunayo eliphumayo eRichards Bay yayifumana exit yaphuma wakhala uCaptain umchineka wathi madoda masibabambe ngolhlobo acengo kwakhona la bhola ngonebuthatshelo pasi ibhola enhle Apolis yabatheka kwakumdlali weOrlando Pirates umbuthuma la bhola Muremi asikwarisha Muremi la bhola khomntu khoyo kwicabanga lesokunene kuOrlando Pirates uthi mayiphoswa ngesandla ke le ibhola kamathothana ayo Richards Bay edlala kakuhle kakhulu mhlambe Orlando Pirates izode ibe frustrated ngokuba bazame bazole ngokuba yeke ugxabhagxabhisa bawucothisa umdlalo bakwazi ukucinga kuba ngoku ibavalile iyabakhami babambe ngobhongwane Richards Bay mango pasibhola enhle bekwa phambili la bhola izovela Richards Bay ayikhona vela amadodana amendu kwi-Orlando Pirates akhawuleza iqhawula lo bhola ngasemva kufuneka iqawule phansi Master Chef wayebeka phambili la bhola ufuna Apolis ufikile phezu kwayo wayihlaba inika uDino le bhola yathathwa kwakhona Master Chef seyiphambule bambeka phansi uSompembo akhawuleza wamthethelela uOlani Gwinda ezimisele ibuqulele iRichards Bay lo mdlalo yasuswa la free kick eOrlando Pirates kokhona zokhulu Muremi indlela ivaliwe kufuneka ayibuyisele ngasemva la bhola kutalente Mbatha injolo utalente Mbatha kuye owaba izitya the Master Chef hlaba kakuhle le bhola ecangwakhe nemthanjela hlaba ibhola enhle kula squarisha bayicothile uDino van Rooyen ezabhola sifike ngekho kwiposition qho kufuneka iqalwe phansi naleni ibhola ngubhodlela ngokwakhe yafika ichitha lo bhola Richards Bay Bogas fika ugandaganda phezu kwebhola ekhali Moses Mabhida Stadium kodwa ufikile ekhaya kwaDini sacengwa la bhola kwakhona kuDino van Rooyen seyiphambule hlaba la bhola ufuna nemthatshela Apolis uthandiboni mntandiboni ijezi emnyama kuthiwa yiyeke ijezi emnyama jonga umuntu omnyama yasikwa naleli bhola uNdabe befikile sithi ndiyayivala ngoku yasebenza amadodana Richards Bay thatha la bhola ichitha ikora kick yesine yeOrlando Pirates le bayithatha ezinyaweni zikaNdaba bayithatha ezinyaweni zikaNdaba kora kick yesine yeOrlando Pirates zakususwa ngu-Austin Apolis kona kick emfutshane yabuyela kwaku Apolis le bhola wayiphakamisa ifuna inhloko ngoku Orlando Pirates bebeyibetha la bhola okanye bebeyipasa ubhodlele bekhabele epalini okanye bepasa bethe kude ngenqina lasekhohlo ngoku uMbokazi wakhala umcineka wathi thobani isibilini sibabambe apho besibafuna khona uxelele Richards Bay uthi thobani isibilini thatha kakuhle le bhola yeOrlando Pirates ngasemva uNebuthatshela ayicenga uNdaba Dino waxwesa ibala uDino ngoku Masindi short pass enhle short pass yeOrlando Pirates athungelana chithwa lo bhola kwakhona Richards Bay baqinile ngasemva baqinile ngasemva into ethetha uba usesethubeni lokuba ungenela ukhuphiswano luthi faka igoli uzawubona kuba sikumzuzu wamashumi mathathu anesibhozo akabikho ngqako acenga ibhola akhali Master Chef wathi Sompemba ayikhona uZulu wenza kahle akho nto ndizakuthethelela yona usibangana aqale izandla zatsho yadibana ingoma lo mdlalo ushushu ngolhlobo ekhumbule ukuchonga oyena mdlalo uthe wabalasela kulo mdlalo i-man of the match yakho iyavalwa ke elothuba ngemva kwemizuzu engamashumi asibhozo 80th minute Capatinho uyilahlila Apolis Trecha kahle la bola esazulwini sebala iOrlando Pirates Njaba afika uMbatha wayithatha le bola wayibuyisela ngasemva uyakhawuleza umdlalo umdlalo Dino Siphombule bayithathile ibhola kuye kodwa ilwela iOrlando Pirates waphinda wafika phezu kwayo the Master Chef Apolis wabetha eseboxini wayibambe yathula la bola Otieno ephambi kwakhe uyanela Mbuthuma ijonga amaqithiqithi wathi ukuba ngaba mntanam iqaqile ndizayigalela ityuwa ndibeke ziko
5 to go plus stoppage time at the end of the first half. Apollos is the one man who's been prepared to shoot from range. The rest of the Pirates players are trying to dribble the ball into the net, sometime with precision passing. But Apollos hasn't been scared to shoot from range. 0-0 it is. Just a reminder, you can vote for your man of the match up until the 80th minute. Voting is free, and you can vote as many times as you like. We're approaching 5 million votes. So soccer fans, really well done. Keep voting. And let's see if you can get it right. Here's Dino van Rooyen. Finds Apollos again. Apollos trying to play the ball forward. Now the long-range effort, no trouble. I say no trouble, but Ian Otieno just allowing the ball to bounce in front of him. The Kenyan, from the shot from Talenton Mbata, scored that brilliant goal in that crucial World Cup qualifier against Rwanda to start the scoring. Apollos on the score sheet as well that day. Both of those players have had shots at goal in this match. Here come Richards Bay again. They're not out of it by any means. They've kept a clean sheet so far. And now Mbokazi, who just grows in confidence time after time after time. He's just 20 years of age, and he's playing with such composure. This could be a really good ball. Now, Moremi! 1-0, the Buccaneers take the lead. Moremi scores for the 8th time this season in a province that he knows really well. Signed from Amazulu, this was his home venue in the past. He took that so coolly and so calmly. He scored in the last round against Magesi FC. And he scored again the goal in the 42nd minute, which means 48,000 rand to the Buccaneers, 48,000 rand to one lucky fan who picked that out. What a goal from this, who just can't stop scoring. 25 years of age. Is the cup going to the Buccaneers? And it's a brilliant ball here. This pass here from the midfield from Apollos. Look at that. And Moremi's got a lot of work to do here because he's wide. He's got to cut inside. The defense is nowhere. Nobody closing him down. But brilliant Apollos. Even better, Moremi. Pirates leading by 1-0. The more you see it, the better it looks. Just look at that composure from every angle. It's brilliant. I was about to say to you, Scotty, before that game that some of the neutrals were saying, would be saying here, Mhlambi Richards Bay Zosimanga Zanamhlanje, but I don't think it's going to happen today because Richards Bay will be shell-shocked with that goal. Let's see if they can come back. and produce. They've got both their strikers on yellow cards. Must say, Moremi, he's been outstanding. Pirates leading. Are they going to make the final of this Telkom knockout for the first, Carling knockout rather, for the first time? They did reach the Telkom knockout final in 2018. They lost to Baroka after extra time. They reached it in 2013. They lost to Platinum Stars. And of course, they won it in 2011 when they beat Wits by 3-1. This has been one that has eluded them under its different names. Only once have they won it in all the years it's been going. But they've got a chance now. And they lead by 1-0. And they've created plenty. It'll be interesting to see what Richards Bay's responses are. They've already made one change, Richards Bay, incidentally. Nombengula is on the field in place of Tikazi, who went off injured. Pirates who've got a very strong bench as well. And they have stuck with the 11 that have started the game. 1 minute to go until half-time, plus a little bit of stoppage time for that injury for Tikazi. Goals between these teams have been few and far between. He's been excellent, this man. In fact, in 6 previous league meetings, they've only scored 5 goals between them. They've met twice in the Cup. 1 win apiece. Richards Bay winning on penalties here in 2023 in the Carling knockout. And Pirates winning in the Nedbank last season by 3-1. Now Mabuya goes on the overlap. Needs some help behind him. Pirates defending well, defending spaces. Richards Bay forced to go backwards. But they've kept possession of the ball. Zulu doing nicely. Nice movement from the side in blue. Zulu again. He's got support out wide. As we move into stoppage time at the end of the first half, now this will be a free kick and a chance to swing the ball in. And Ndaba, the man committing the foul. Moremi, the man who is the hero and the toast of the town as far as Pirates supporters are concerned. What a beautifully taken goal. But credit to Paulus, who gets his 5th assist of the season in all competitions. 2 minutes to be added. And Moremi with his 8th goal, which means the 3 Pirate strikers have now scored 16 goals between them in all competitions this season. Sipho Chain could be tested here. There's a rare chance for Richards Bay to get back into this one. And the perfect time to score is just before half-time. So what can they work? Mthembu over the ball here. Webster, dangerous ball into the area. The goalkeeper comes, doesn't get there. Mabua will tidy up at the far post. It's good defending from CBC. Clears the danger for the Buccaneers. Inside the last minute now. Here's Zulu. They work the ball into the area. Chain comes this time and reaches up high, using every link in the chain to grab that one. 30 seconds remaining. This has been an excellent game of football so far. And here's Apollos, whose part in the goal deserves tremendous credit. He's got Dina van Rooyen on his outside. Now Pirates just wanting to see it into half-time. And they will be attacking the Durban end, the City end in the second half. Leading here by 1-0. And Chain clears long, and the referee decides that's enough for the first half. A first half with the chances at both ends, most of them.
Bolenhle kwakhona. Ya Richards Bay. Sompempe wateklishana kabuhlungu. NoSipho Mbule. Wathi ugqiba uSompempe wayeka umdlalo mawudlalwe ubangaba la bhola ibikoriwe iRichards Bay. Orlando Pirates bizawukhala kodwa uSompempe ikhona into abayibonileyo. Asafakana imilomo. Apolice awomisha amadoda Orlando Pirates. Thabiso Libitso, Really Mufukeng, Dion Hoto kuzakubizwa ngoku. Eqwela le Orlando Pirates kuzobizwa amagqala into ezinamafa sontathu. Mhlawumbe bazakhupha uDino van Rooyen. Bakhuphe ubani izaba kuSipho Mbule. Apolice engathi ukhazuke kanye apha emlonyeni. amaxhwele Orlando Pirates azama ukususela ugazi uba kaloku awunokwazi uba awudlale onegazi emlonyeni. Sompempe wathi kulungile uba masiqhubeke ngoku nomdlalo wethu. Kumaqela amane adlala kulena i-semi-final ye-curling knockout. Sijonge nje le bhola Richards Bay kodwa etshayelwa kakuhle la bhola kuMpokazi. Wenza kakhulu umbuthume yedwa. Thathiwe la bhola Orlando Pirates beyifuna la bhola. Omuremi kodwa wafika sekwaphula umthembu wayithatha lo bhola wacela indawo egaleni wayikhuphela ngaphandle. Maqela mana adlala kwi-semi-final apha i-Richards Bay kuphela kwi-era ye-PSL engekayiphakamiseli phezulu indebe. Bhola enhle Orlando Pirates, Dino van Rooyen phume ngaphandle la ibhola ikhutshwe i-Richards Bay. Khawuleze yaphoswa la bhola Police. Squarish ibhola enhle Police. Yafika ichitho Sompempe wanikezela i-free kick kwi-Richards Bay. Richards Bay kuphela kumaqela amane engekazi yayiphakamisa indebe phansi kwe-PSL. Orlando Pirates bayiphakamisile le League Cup. I-Golden Arrows bayiphakamisa indebe. Marumo Gallants bayiphakamisa indebe. Ngoku yiyo lento ilwa kangaka i-Richards Bay ba masibe nento esinayo naye nathi ekhaya into esawubika ngayo. Bamba la bhola Otieno elungisa idonga lakhe lokugqibela. Ayicenga le ibhola kakuhle ngo-Richards Bay. Bathi bawugqiba bayipasa kwa-Police. Ibhola kayikho Mcineka wahlaba ibhola kakuhle ecango kwakhe ukapteni wa-Richards Bay kodwa wafika uTalente Mbatha. Bayifuna into ibi lapha ngoku i-Richards Bay. Nasi ibhola yabo enhle bafuna ungena eboxini. Betheka la bhola kuDino van Rooyen. Mutitswa bhola enhle ibhola enhle Richards Bay. Mutitswa wayipasa la bhola ecango kwakhe lali ithuba lokuba bayibethe Richards Bay eboxini bakhetha upasa. Sompempe kuthiwa beseyi-offside i-Richards Bay. Balibazisile bebese-offside. Bazama kule mizuzu mekuthandathu i-Richards Bay yankonkoza ngoku Orlando Pirates. Yathi emabhakani yakhe anivule bu. Aqala amadoda e-Orlando Pirates kwadliwa amathambo engqondo ngoku kwathiwa sizawukhupha abani sifake bani. Ansi ibhola enhle Orlando Pirates. Ayihlaba kakuhle la ibhola ngaphakathi eboxini. Muremi ebefuna inqaku lakhe lesibini. Ayenzekanga ke loo nto ibhola yakhe yokuphuma phezu kwebhali. Thoma isusela bhola ngo-Otieno. Khumbule uSipho Nduli wenzakele kabuhlungu ngolwesithathu bamthatha bamzisa kogqirha be-Orlando Pirates apha eGauteng. Wabe umphathe khona nasi ibhola enhle Richards Bay kodwa ufika ukapteni we-Orlando Pirates wayichitha loo nto. Nkosinathi Sibisi yabuya i-Richards Bay phakamisa ibhola beyilahla kude iseyabo la bhola. Ayicenga la bhola i-Richards Bay kodwa ufika uSipho Mbulu waphazamisa bayithatha yawela uSanderline Orlando Pirates ehlaba la bhola kwela cenga phesha yadibana noMuthoma washinda indoda ngasemva ngene boxing wapasa aPolice yadlula emva kwakhe. Ayizawukhaleza ibuye Orlando Pirates nimlumkela uTalente Mbatha indawo yakhe leyo. Bhola yakhe yabhawunsa phansi yawebamba ngokulula la bhola ngasemva Otieno. Iyazigqithela iRichards Bay kwesiqingatha sesibini. Bayaqonda bangemva ngenqaku. Dlala ibhola ende nenhle iRichards Bay. Adlala ibhola ende phakama iflag. Kohlwaywa iRichards Bay kuthi ayikhona. Yedlale kakubi free kick uthi mayibekwe phansi lo bhola eOrlando Pirates. Ondaba oyinto ngobunto ke-Orlando Pirates. Njengoba kusacingwa uba kukhutshwe uNdaba kufakwe uDion Hoto okanye kwenzeke ntoni na. Talente. Pasanhle kaTalente. Pasanhle kaMphule. Muthuma. Yabanjwa ingci ibhola yabuyela kuMuthuma kwakhona. Richards Bay tactical awareness ababona bakhumntu ozayo. Talente. Nimlumkele. Dino van Rooyen. Dino short pass. Carlos Sompembo athi ayikhona ikho lento niyenzayo Pirates. Wathi yanela Muthuma ikho lento yenzayo. Abenikwe ibhola enhle phakathi kwa defenders. Uyanela Muthuma waphakama uReilly Mofokeng. Waphakama uReilly Mofokeng. Wayilibali man of the match yakho ekhaya. Yacengwa lapho la kwakhona ngobuthitswa. Lethi short passes ezinhle nayo ngoku iRichards Bay. Shaya uSompembo shaya iRichards Bay wathi mayibekwe phansi ibhola. iOrlando Pirates umdlalo omhle, umdlalo okhawulezayo, umdlalo oshushu ngeyona ndlela. Orlando Pirates hamba phambili ngenxa kwelinye eqandeni.
As you say, Scotty, there's going to be a very popular substitution in a very short while. Mahala could have had a goal in the opening seconds. Their first shot at the target, it was over the bar. As Pirates started the second half looking a little bit complacent, I have to say, but they've stepped it up a little bit now. And Reilly Mofokeng is going to be introduced. He's 21 now, Mofokeng. Came on as a sub against Golden Arrows in midweek. The coach has been resting him, protecting him. And for Ronnie Gabriel there, well, is it a case of so near and yet so far? One more time. We'll have to wait and see. Lebitso also going to be introduced here. Two of them have been warming up for some time. So it's number 37 and number 38 who will be introduced as Coach Wadu just tries to freshen it up a little bit. And we'll wait and see who takes off. Just wants to have fresh legs. They're out there on the park. Pirates, as I say, in their 21st match of the season in all competitions. They've got a busy time of things. They return to KZN. They're playing Durban City away in the league very soon. And Talented Bata just going in high on Mahala. So Pirates, their next game is Chip at home, then Durban City away at the end of the month. And then they play Richards Bay at home on the 2nd of December. These sides will be playing in the league. And then who knows, one of them will be in the cup final on the 6th of December, a few days after the league match. Here's Mthembu. Looks for a long, rather ambitious ball in, easily defended. Richards Bay play Durban City at home on the 23rd in a repeat of their quarter-final match in this competition. Then they play AmaZulu at home, so they've got two KZN sides to play at home before that match against Pirates away. Nombengula playing it forward, chance! Oh, it goes across the face of goal. Now it's collected by Mtungwa. And Pirates need to be careful because Richards Bay are asking a lot more questions in the first 15 minutes of the second half than they've been asking the entire first half. Here's the changes. Mofokeng and Lebitso both coming on. Neither has a goal this season, but they've both got assists for the Buccaneers. And MasterChef is one man to make way. Doesn't look as if he wants to come off. So he's replaced is MasterChef, Sipho Mbule. And here is Reilly Mofokeng. 2 assists this season. Lebitso on as well. Dino van Rooyen also making way. Of course, he's just returned from injury. So Lebitso will go into his position. And Mofokeng will take up an attack-minded position. And maybe that will mean that Pirates just look to push Talent Mbata slightly further forward. Now the ball played forward over the top. Offside flag was up anyway. Well, the referees brought them back for a foul on Ndaba. Here you see it's a late challenge. And Tembo just coming across and stopping Ndaba in his path. And referee Quenda, what does he do? So just a reminder of that man of the match vote. You have until the 80th minute to vote for your man of the match. Star 120, star 660 hash. It's free to vote. You can vote as many times as you like. We are over 5 million votes already today. So soccer fans in Mzansi, very well done in terms of voting and embracing this. You can also vote for your all-stars. You can become a champion coach. There's so many things, so many ways that you can participate as this competition nears its end. Here's Apollos, lots of space for him, playing the ball forward. Now, Lebitso takes up a good position wide on the right-hand side. He's not found, but he does keep the ball in play just briefly, preventing Mtungwa from clearing it up the field. Mofokeng involved in the action. He scored some stunning goals in cup competitions and in the league of late. Hasn't got a goal this season yet, hasn't played all that much this season as yet. Here's the man who has also grabbed the spotlight, Mbokazi. Mbokazi was part of that Kasafa under-20 squad that won the tournament not so long ago without conceding a single goal. And it's because of his exploits in defense. So an hour gone in the match. It's Pirates who lead by 1-0. That excellent goal from Moremi. Still half an hour to play. And Richards Bay, well, I said and I told the listeners and the viewers that every time in this competition they've lost in the semi-finals to the eventual winners. Oh, here could be an incident. What does the referee adjudge? The assistant is doing nothing. He says that Sipho Chain played the ball. Have to look at that one again. That's a potential talking point. There's no appeals, though, from the Richards Bay players. Now, Sipho Chain, where did you make contact here? Was it outside the area? Was it in the area? Did you touch the ball first or the player first? A lot of questions. But Richards Bay players were not appealing the decision, which is the big leveler. And that's basically indicates the referee might have got this right, but we'll have to look at it again. Richards Bay, though, starting to press more and more upfield, starting to create more as they look for the elusive goal. So just getting back to that point about Richards Bay going out every season in the semi-finals to the eventual winners. They lost to Stella in 2023, who won the tournament. They lost to Magesi in 2024, who won the Carling knockout. At the moment, they're losing to Pirates. Is that a good sign for the Buccaneers? Long-range effort, wide of goal. Mtembu. So let's have a look at this again. We're not going to see it properly from this angle. Sipho Chain goes to play the ball. It's headed, in fact, out of his hands. So I don't think that's a problem for the goalkeeper. Knox Mutis was appealing again. If he continues appealing, he might have to go to the appeal court because he's on a yellow card. Surprising substitution to take off Mango at the start of the second half when the side need goals, but they have replaced him with Mahala, who had a chance very early on in the second half. Here's Ndaba, former Richards Bay man himself, scored in midweek. Finds Mofokeng, playing a little bit deeper than he normally does. Nice work in the midfield from Zulu. Pirates go to close things down. Pirates, you feel, need the luxury of a second goal because they've become a little bit complacent. And Richards Bay are starting to ask a few questions now. Sibisi, who's been excellent today. Mbokazi. Between them, they have 50 years in terms of age. Mbokazi 20 and Sibisi 30. Now Mofokeng playing it forward here. Here could be the chance. Moremi, tight angle, playing it into the box. Butuma goes up for it. Iano Tieno is able to use his big frame and grab the ball. But this man is creating chances here, and Mbuthuma looking for opportunities to try and get his name on the score sheet against his former team. He goes up for it well here, but Ian Otieno has the advantage that he can use his hands. Coach Wadu knows that one goal might not be enough. Richards Bay are asking a few questions here. Just about Mbuthuma, here's an interesting stat for you. In the 3 seasons he spent at Richards Bay, he scored 10 goals in all competitions. 5 of them, in fact, in the league last season. This season at Pirates, he's already scored 5 times in less than half a season. So he scored half the number of goals in less than half a season than he scored in 3 full seasons at Richards Bay. Astonishing stat, that. And he got 5 last season in 24 matches in the league, and that's just in the Betway Premiership. Apollos, who I think is going to be such a key man for Bafana Bafana at the World Cup next year. Such a key player, such vision. But now he's having to defend as Bay go up this near side with Mtungwa. Looking to pull it back. See Pirates defending well, forcing Richards Bay back. Mabua. That's a lovely ball. Now a chance for Mabuya, who hasn't seen too much of the ball in the second half. They haven't used that right-hand flank too much, Richards Bay, in terms of their attacking options. But they're starting to work some magic. Zikali in the midfield. Nice little knock-on. Needs some defending. Offside flag up. Pirates saved by the flag of Mr. Razwi Misani on that far side. And Knox Butizwa spent half this match shaking his head. Just have a look at it again. He is in an offside position, clearly, as he goes to play the ball. So 25 minutes left in this one. Pirates leading by that brilliant Moremi goal 2-0. But you fancy there might still be a twist and a turn. Let's see how it develops. Scotty, over to you.
iPirates ngomgqibelo pheleyo idlale neMamelodi Sundowns kude nekhaya. Badlala ngokulingana nakuthabiso libitso ibhola imphunqula. Badlala neGolden Arrows phakathi ekini baphumelela. Ngoku badlala neRichards Bay kude nekhaya umdlalo wabo wesithathu ilandelelana. Badlale ngokulingana kumdlalo omnye ibhola enhle bekwa phambili Orlando Pirates. Communication ayikho ngasemva kuRichards Bay. Orlando Pirates senze utshintsho kwadlala ababini nathi ibhola beyiqala phansi. Abethe kuthi uMremi. Bethe kumdlali weRichards Bay la bhola. Richards Bay bafuna isango lokuphuma. Adogqiba bathatha ibhola enhle Richards Bay. Kodwa Orlando Pirates ikhona umthizwe beyibona lanto. Bakhawuleza waphuma uSipho Chain wayitshayela le bhola. Orlando Pirates babanjwa be-offside. Richards Bay iyazixhwithela. Into abayifunayo kukuba bafake inqaku labi. Orlando Pirates ke kalifaki inqaku lesibini. Kuba ubuke bayeka yalifaka inqaku lesibini bazawuqonda baba semncipeni wokuba bakhiqwe namhlanje. Balifuna lonke ibala. The Rich Boys. Mqineka. Orlando Pirates baphuluka nebhola bakhawuleza bovuvala ngasemva. Thabiso libitso. Ayikhuphe ngaphandle le bhola. Tshintsho liyenzeka. Akukwayiba. Bakhupha uyalela Mbuthuma. Akhumbula ukwayiba wabizwa kwicala lebafana bafana lobuhlobo kuhlola phezulu apha wafaka amanqaku ndoda ibisabaleka kuchipa nondaba bayamkhupha bafaka uDion Hoto uyenzile indaba undaba uNkosikho bane abadlali abafakwe iOrlando Pirates. Cengo laphola ngasemva ngoku uTshepo Mabua bayithatha bayithumela phambili ibhola nganobungozi yophuma ngaphandle lebhola ukuthi mayibe i-goal kick. Kosikhona ndaba sishilo sathi bamkhuphile bafaka uDion Hoto. Yanela Mbuthuma bamkhuphile. bafaka uSinoxolo uGwayba indoda ifaka amanqaku mathandathu kuChippa United kwisizini epheleyo kwimidlalo yeleague. Man of the match yakho alumkele sekuzova yabekwa phansi lapho uDion Hoto wapasa ibhola enhle nalithuba leOrlando Pirates bethwa ngenhloko lapho la ingoza ayikaphumi Dion Hoto kwakhona Muremi atupasa ibhola yakhawuleza khona lapho nako umbatho pasa lapho la kwaPolice aPolice waphinda izithendo wabuyela ngasemva emthanjele inyekeza lebhola Mufukeng fika ithatha ichitha le ibhola yayifaka nzulu kumhlaba weOrlando Pirates wayithatha umbekezela impokazo ayikhupha ngaphandle kwebala isabambelele Richards Bay lemthanjela lenyuka kakhulu inyawo lakho uSompempe wamohlwana wathi ibhola mayibekwe phansi Richards Bay bafuna nje ukulinganisa izinto bafake elinqako ayicenga kwakhona le ibhola Sibangani Mthunga beyipase kahle ibhola yakhe kodwa fika phezulu kwayo la bhola uGwayba Sipho chain phansi wenza impazamo zade zambini namhlanje blokwa le ibhola beleke emqolo la bhola ngokwakhe uSibisi Sompempe sayinikezele lo bhola umqeqesho weOrlando Pirates ohlenyuka ngokwelibala basebenza ukapteni uNkosinati Sibisi ngasemva weOrlando Pirates Knox Mutitso ayiphezu kwakhe babana ngezandla uKnox Ayizikhulu uhleli sibukela umdlalo bola kuthiwa mayisuswe ngasemva kuSipho Chain Richards Bay kubethwe iPremiership abaqhubi kakuhle tu Sipho Chain yellow card yokuthatha ixesha lakhe baqa yellow card Olani Kwinda wathi kudala ndikunikile imizuzwana esibhozo iphelile aPolice akhupha lo bhola ngaphandle defender iOrlando Pirates defender Richards Bay omabini umdlalo uthe uqala nje watakisa inhlanzi selelo imizuzu squarisha la bhola kodwa betheka usebenza uThabiso Libitso selelo imizuzu esibhozo uba ukhetha man of the match yakho ke yabuyi Richards Bay yalopha ibhola enhle bayibetha ngesifuba la bhola bayicenga ngenhloko kodwa afika ichitha iOrlando Pirates kasemva uMbokazi yahlatywa la bhola edwana uTshepo Mabua pasi ibhola enhle uTshepo Mabua ngaphakathi eboxini yeOrlando Pirates lemthanjela wafika uMufukeng wazama uyichitha lonto Richards Bay icinezele ngokucinezele iOrlando Pirates ayicine ngaphakathi kumhlaba wayo ayicenga la bhola Richards Bay kodwa wasebenza uThabiso Libitso yaphuncuka iOrlando Pirates Gwayba uSinoxolo Gwayba touch yakhe ipasi yakhe wayimosha yonke into Tshepo Mabua yabuyela kuye la bhola ibhola enhle kodwa ufika uDion Hoto wayichitha lonto elizinga liqaqamba ngoku Richards Bay phezu kweOrlando Pirates lezo iphosa ngesandla noBhola uTshepo Mabua ayinika Otieno unozinti wakhe Sompempe wathi Khanmeni kutshintsho lizakwenzeka ayikhona uNemtajela kuyonza ke leyo Masindi umbathe yombuzo bakwenzeka ntoni na mhlawumbe ngaba sisihlunu kunjenene Mkhwanazi ukhona ngokwakhe namhlanje athe mandizobukela ibhola ndisuke kwenye izinto Masindi bazamnyangela ngaphandle umdlalo ube uqhubeka abaqeqeshi beOrlando Pirates ngokubathetha noTalente Mbatha bathi mntanami isitixo besinikwa wena ngumavula kuvaliwe akangabuye kwisiqingatha sesibini uGabadinho Mango umuditswa kudala ebethi itoto yakhe apha nomgcineka bekhala kuSompempe besithi usenzani na ahamba amaxesha ebhodini liyaphela ixesha le-man of the match senza uphela sawuselelwe imizuzu nje emihlanu Nemtajela bamkhuphile ngaphandle kuthiwa masambe nomdlalo yabuya iRichards Bay kodwa bethu kude ofika ichethezwa ithatha la bhola kwayiba bakwazi uwena isenta la space ukwayiba ayeza ibhola ilibazisa Orlando Pirates Sompempe wehlwaya umufukeni esamile izinto inqaku liselinye kwiOrlando Pirates eseliqanda kwiRichards Bay efuna inqaku layo nayo lokuqala mizuzu ihamba ebhodini
15 to play, but Pirates are sitting deeper and deeper as the game continues, and they're trying to get something on the break. Richards Bay are having all the possession. Pirates not doing what they did in the first half when they were very comfortable and bossing the game. Now they're sitting back and defending the lead for the most part. It's a dangerous game to play. They're about to make their final substitution, and their young star, Danson, who scored that brilliant goal against Sundowns, is going to come on as well, just to try and add some spark. Here's Mabuya earning his side a corner. Good defending from the 35-year-old Dion Hotto. So here is Danson, and he comes on to replace Nemtajela, who was down a moment ago, needing some attention. So just to try and spark the midfield. Danson's been given a good run of late. Just 20 years old, another one of the youngsters coming through. But that strike against Sundowns was something very special for him. There have been some really good goals scored by the Buccaneers of late, and Butuma's two in midweek were excellent. Bokazi's goal earlier in an earlier round in this competition was brilliant as well. Moremi's goal today was excellent. And the ball bobbing around in the area, finding Apollos. Look how cool he is. Oh, that's cool, calm and collected. And he's still going, and the jersey pulling will earn a yellow card, surely here. He knows it. That's what you call taking one for the team. Reminder, you've got 3 minutes left to vote for man of the match. Star 120, star 660 hash. Who do you pick? That man's got to be in the running today. It's been absolutely excellent. Zikali in the book. Third Richards Bay player to be booked. He couldn't stop Apollos by hook or by crook, so he's gone in the book. Pirates, you feel, would lack the luxury of another goal. Yeah, they might get something in the midfield, and Bata working hard. They managed to retain possession really well. CBC, Mbogazi. Now, Lebitso. Two men who scored in midweek, both former Richards Bay players. They've both been substituted at the same time. Pirates now just ticking it by and just trying to manage the game as best that they can, trying to tire Richards Bay out here. Mbogazi with a long ball, looking for Apollos, is always a willing recipient. Might be options. Lebitso. Well, there's Danson. Already involved in the play, trying to get the side moving forward. The danger, though, for Pirates is that it just needs one ball out of defense. Mahala, we know he can score. He's got 3 goals this season, including the final goal against Durban City after 2 hours. Lebitso. Pirates want to keep as much of the possession as possible. Richards Bay want an opportunity. We know they can score late in games. They did it in the previous round. And they can be a dangerous team, even if they've substituted Mango. Mufokeng still working his magic, looking for an opening. Danson trying to slip it through. That's nice play. Morebi! Good save from the goalkeeper. Ian Otieno got down well, made the save. Morebi, who's been very quiet in the second half. But you can't keep a good man out of the game for long. He took his chance. He was on target. Goalkeeper needed to be alert. Just over 10 minutes to play. That's good skill from a young man who hasn't had too much of a look in lately. He's given a chance to impress, and he's impressing now. Dion Hotto on the overlap. Can he play the right pullback? Not quite. Good defending. Excellent defending from the captain, Klineka. He needed to get there. It's desperation stuff, and that's brilliant from the 29-year-old who's been at the club for 8 seasons now. Formerly played for a club called Durban FC. Dion Hotto. Coach managing him. He's got so many players available in each position, so he can afford the luxury of resting some key stars. Lebitso, Apollos. Room to work. Always looking for the opportunity to go forward. But when he loses the ball, this is the danger. Goalkeeper comes, doesn't get there. Needs some interaction from the captain, CBC, and both captains have done well, although I think CBC might get a talking to here from the referee. This game is on a knife edge. CBC gets there. And Mahala just goes clattering into him. Now, was there an incident afterwards? Well, CBC did nothing wrong there. 7 seasons at Golden Arrows. And another hold-up for injury, just to prolong the tension. Both these sides, incidentally, started the season very poorly. Richards Bay lost all of their first 4 matches and then didn't lose any of their next 5. Pirates started with that win against Polokwane City in the MTN 8, but then they lost both their opening league games to Sekhukhune United and to Gallants. And everybody thought, wow, here we go again. Then they trailed against Sundowns in the MTN 8 semi-final before Sibelebele got the vital goal to save Coach Wadu's job. And ever since then, they've gone 13 games unbeaten domestically. Only that 1 loss in their last 17. That was in terrible conditions in the DRC when they played Saint Eloi Lupopo. They are just 3 points off Sundowns in the league at the moment with 2 games in hand. So if they win both their games in hand, they will go top by 3 points. So they can concentrate on the league. They've got this competition and, of course, the Nedbank Cup to come later in the season. For a side who've been excellent in domestic competitions, they're out of Africa, out of CAF competitions. Sundowns, Chiefs and Stellies representing the country at the moment in the group stages of their various competitions. Now the game is getting very niggly. It's been such a good advert for football, but maybe it's players just wanting to get a bit of a rest in this very hot KZN weather. And Ronnie Gabriel and Papi Zotwane are going to make another change here. Looks like Ngema is the man who's going to enter the play. Wandile Ngema scored once and assist this season. And he will be coming on to try and provide a spark and try and find a goal late in the piece as Richards Bay make their 4th change. So can he make a difference? 1 goal, 1 assist this season for Ngema, and he's on. Pirates have made their 5 changes, so unless we go to extra time, they can't make any more changes. They're going to have to try and see it out But there will be a healthy dose of stoppage time as well for all the stoppages we've had. So there's still time for Richards Bay to pull the cat out of the bag here. That's a sloppy pass, a blind pass that gives away possession. Cut out by Lebitso. And now some good work from Danson. Now Apollos. Pirates looking for the killer ball here. They might just have found it. The flag stays down. And Otieno comes out, chases Apollos wide, but he's out of his goal. Look how well he does, Apollos. Knows he's got to get this ball into the area quickly with the goalkeeper out of position. Otieno is back now, and that's cool defending in the end. Oh, these Pirates fans are dying 1,000 deaths here today. And now more injuries. Well, it's been an entertaining game. That is Zulu, the man down. He needs some attention now. Well, for Ronnie Gabriel, who took over, of course, he was given the temporary role after the departure of Coach Brakis last season. Then he took over at the beginning of this season. And Zulu, let's see if we can see what happened to him. He's holding his neck. Well, Kwaiba going in on him, just showing him who's boss. Those Pirates fans, well, is the bogey of this competition. Have they got the monkey off their back? Are they going to make it to the final? They're 5 and a bit minutes away plus stoppage time. But this competition has a way of dishing up surprises, so you never know. You never, ever know. There's still time, and Richards Bay still believe. It really has been a good ad for football. It's been punctuated by a quality goal. The Pirates in this fantastic run of form, they've kept clean sheets in 12 of their 20 matches so far this season. If they make it 13 out of 21, then they are through to the final. And Sipho Chain collects that one comfortably, and he'll take up as much time as possible. So 5 minutes to play. The Buccaneers leading. Is the dream alive for them to play in the final on the 6th of December? And Tutuzeli Scott will tell you.
Sekufutshane umhla wesithandathu kaDisemba. Asazi ba izawela nayo Orlando Pirates okanye eRichards Bay izawubetha usmash and grab ngomzuzu wokugqibela. Sibisi. Cengwa kakuhle la bhola ngoku iOrlando Pirates. Oh, Jensen epasi ibhola enhle. Wayisika uLibitso. Yadibana waPolice. Bambamba bambeka phansi uSompempe wathi set piece Pirates. Dlala ngomsindo ngokamadoda uZulu. Sompempe uthi madoda elo dabi lazandleli. Lele bhola ekhatywayo. Abantu sebeme ngenyawo eMoses Mabhida. iPirates ke ine-snipers. Inenkani ezibethayo kumgamo kude. Bakhona talente Mbatha. Dion Hoto bakhona. Amadoda akwazi ukhabe kude lawo ombokazi bakhona. Kodwa phezu kwebhola kuDion Hoto. Wakhetha ipasi. Yalotshwa la bhola kumfukeng. Kodwa bayifundile. Oh, abethe ebusweni ibhola ithatha le bhola iRichards Bay. Bayicenga iRichards Bay ibhola ihlaba kakuhle. Ingayingozi umuthitswa. Nyeke salo bhola ecangwa kuyafika icoce Orlando Pirates. Khawuleza yabuya kwakhona iRichards Bay nebhola. Beyibambe iOrlando Pirates ibiphambili yonke nalithuba. Yongena encabathela le ibhola. KuSipho Chain. Kumqeqeshi esithi hlesana umoya. Bathi umqeqeshi thobana umoya. Police. Khubule man of the match yakho ke mbukelo wasekhaya sesivalile. Seyivale ngomzuzu omas. Mufuke. Kwaiba. Okwaiba ufika sekwaphulwa. Kodwa ngeliso elibukhali lokhozi lika Otieno. Asibilibili akasabonakali mhlawumbe kusaphunyuziwe naye kuba uyiqale kahle gqitha isizini kuOrlando Pirates. iOrlando Pirates yacengwa lapho kahle iRichards Bay yaqhawulwa naleni ibhola aqhawula ukapteni wayibeka kakuhle lapho la kumfukeni wayihlaba umfukeni lapho la Muremi wayilopha kwayiba waqhuba apha ibhola ingekho khona apolice uzayisukela ayifumana apolice khupha ngokwayo lapho la bayithatha ikhupha ngokwayo Richards Bay ikona kick kwi-Orlando Pirates kwi-Betway Premiership akabikho team ikore ikhola kick kwi-Orlando Pirates yenzeka kwi-MTN 8 kwi-semi-final e-Orlando ngoku kwi-MTN 8 akhona linye iqela alikela ukuzakuthi gangoku lakhaba ikona kick la ikora kwi-Orlando Pirates kona kick e-Pirates kona kick e-Orlando Pirates bayiqonda bangaba banoyibhaqa lena ekona kick kwabe livaliwe icango kwakhona kwi-Richards Bay ake yafikelela kwi-semi-finals zade zambini bekhiqwa kwi-semi-finals i-Richards Bay abakade badlule apho baye kwi-semi-final xa bekwi-final hambisa ixesha i-Orlando Pirates hlaba kakuhle la bhola nankuwapolice akwapolice bambamba bambeka phansi iphantsi yenza ipenalty i-Richards Bay i-set piece kwakhona ngomzuzu wama-19 bhola eza kubekwa phansi i-Orlando Pirates i-side mirrors zika-apolice ziyamsebenzela sizawujonga igwaxaza losompempe uba bazawuthi imizuzu mine loo nto siva sitsho thina sithi #no excuse. SABC Sports want to remind all South Africans that the real injury time starts when football matches end. Gender-based violence is a real problem and we need champion men to stand up for our women. Reach out before you latch out. WhatsApp Brave to 0800 150 150. Ichinda, what's wrong with that piece of Pirates? A police. Why hook a police? I'm not taking about 20 in that pola. Is a person of the Orlando Pirates? Bamaxesha ebhodi yenzile yakhe indima namhlanje u-Apolis yenzile yakhe indima ku-Orlando Pirates nakwelihle ipasi bisuka kuye i-assist yakhe isandla sakhe sihle sinoxolo kwaye Austin Apolis yayicenga ithatha la bhola i-Richards Bay yayikhupha ngaphandle kwayona Richards Bay baselelwe imizuzu mibini ukuba bayilungise lento. Road to final. Balandeli bebhola banobuchule banesakhono sokubhala. Alumke umutitsa wafika ku Durban City City i-extra time ixesha losompempe laseliphelile walinganisa izinto nansi nako Durban City ndifuna uthi Richards Bay ayithatha lo bhola Austin Apolis wayichitha ikhuphela ngaphandle kwebala yakhawuleza i-Richards Bay Dion Hoto ilindile la bhola kodwa i-Richards Bay yazama uyibeka phansi wahlala uDion Hoto coast to coast ke ngokule yabashiya lo bhola i-Orlando Pirates wafika umcineka wayithatha wayibuyisela angasemva kunozinti wakhe Otieno Bolende ka-Otieno chitha la bhola Orlando Pirates goku Soweto ayithatha lapho Richards Bay yabuya nayo bayazi amaxesha emkile zi-seconds imizuzwana eseleyo yapasa ibhola ezinhle kodwa yafika ithatha Richards Bay lapho lebhoxini nalithuba lihle bayinyathela umphatha le ibhola yapasa Richards Bay yakhaba umoya Richards Bay wafika umufuke wachitha izinto besenzeka yayichitha iOrlando Pirates ibhola wawavula usompempe ngokatyakatyana phume ngaphandle la bhola goal kick eOrlando Pirates. Hayi lo mdlalo kwawuthethwa ngawo lo umdlalo we-curling knockout semi-final yokuqala kwawuthethwa ngawo umdlalo ukrazule iphepha zisuka nje ukusuka kwala bhola usompempe uzawuthi kwanele edesisikhalo athi kwanele ngesikhalo bafana be-Richards Bay omahala bayayibona loo nto uyawuthathwa ngumbokazi bahambisa ixesha Mbekezeli wakhala usompempe wathi kuphelile kugqityiwe Orlando Pirates idlulela kwi-final ye-curling knockout okokuqala ukuba ibizwa nge-curling knockout idlulela kwi-final iqela abaza kudlala nalo baza kulazi lamaxesha ngomso kuba sisajonga i-Golden Arrows neMarumo Gallants.